Hi everyone, thanks for watching. I thought I'd give you a little tour of my grow space today, my balcony on my apartment that I have enclosed, and just show you all the different types of plants I have and things that are in spike and bloom. Go into detail a little bit more. Today was actually cleaning day. What I do on my cleaning day is basically my water bucket that I keep my water for my plants in, put a little bit of bleach and Dawn in there, wash the floors, wash out all the saucers, change everything out, make sure everything's clean, and just try to keep everything disease free. Now, talking about disease or something, I'm not sure what's quite going on with this one. Maybe you guys could let me know. It's got these spots. I really think it's actually more of like a sunburn, too high of a light. Because when I first got this plant, it was actually this whole plant was combined in one, and it was growing in soil. So I've been having a hard time kind of like acclimating it to actual like medium instead of a soil. So I'm not sure if it's from that. You can see it's kind of suffering from the slow growth of the root system. It's getting the crinkled leaves. Then I have a Oncidium wild lily in spike. It also has 2 new growths. Have some more Oncidiums and Miltaceas starting their new growths. I have an Oncidium Heaven Sent Sweet Cherry Baby with a nice spike coming out on it. My Stanorhynchus speciosus. This thing is like 2 years old. Hopefully one day it will bloom. It has a red flower spike that comes up the center of the plant. Another path back there. Got a nice purple Phalaenopsis here with a flower spike coming on it. And also a seed pod. I also have another little Phalaenopsis here with some flower spikes on it. I have an extension from this last stem here with some buds. Then it's also putting up a new spike here. Same thing with the purple one. Has a new spike on it. And a small extension on here that's not really quite pushing. I think it's mainly because of the seed pod. But hopefully I'll be cutting that seed pod off soon and maybe trying to grow some baby orchids. And here goes the Dendrobium with its last few little flowers on there. Brassias, Dendrobium Johannes in the back there, a Dendrobium Kiki from my No ID Noweli hybrid, and Encyclias, Cordidras, some Potinaras. Then I have my frags. These flower spikes are really starting to extend now. Hopefully soon I'll have some flowers. The Frag Green Hornet still going strong. This spike alone has been going for almost actually the whole 8 months that I've had it, and it's still going. My big Chordideri here normally only puts out 4 flowers on each spike, but this one has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and there's one coming, 14, and then there's another bud already behind that. So very prolific. This beautiful path. Sorry about the lighting. Then I have my no ID Dendrobium, which is also putting out buds on a few of the canes. Phalaenopsis Dendrobium white with new growths. My only Catasetum, Fred Clarkiara After Dark, which I've had for 3 years now, and I still have not got it to bloom, even though it came with a bloom, like an old bloom spike on it. So for some reason, this was the first growth that I got. This was the growth that was growing when I had it, when I first purchased it. This was my next year's growth, and then this is this year's growth already. And hopefully I'll get some flowers this year. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Then I have my vanilla orchid, which is still going strong. It's a little bit sulky right now because I just repotted it, because I didn't like the old support that I had in it, so I made a new support for it. But it's about 25 feet long, so hopefully maybe some vanilla beans soon. Once again, the Miltonia. Miltonia. Morse chestnut. Beautiful flowers. I just love that little, like, let me get something to point with. This little, like, it seems like a little tiny face in there, like of a, what would you call a praying mantis or something. Then I have my jungle. 2 roses, mini roses, some bonsais, cannas, other little flowers coming up, some dormant roses coming. And that's basically my grow room. Oh, let me tell you about my heat. I have a little tiny heater underneath the table there that I have set to come on at about 65 degrees. And as you can see, it's 65, maybe you can't. Well, it's 65 in here. I don't like it really to go much lower than that. The Miltonia actually stays inside the house because it gets way too hot in here for it. This is my only house orchid, and it sits on a humidity tray. But yeah, I try to do a minimum of at 65 degrees in here, and I like it to get at least 90 in here. And I open up all the windows, let all that hot air go into my house, open up this door sometime, because it will get up to 100 degrees in here. So I try to keep it, whenever the sun is out, I try to take advantage of the full amount of heat that I could possibly get, anywhere from 83 to 93 degrees. I generally tend to keep it in here because the orchids really love it. All right, thank you. Oh, let me show you. This is a little something for maybe later. Maybe I can show you guys how to do this. Seed flasks. Now, this I tried a little experiment, and I know it was gonna fail, but I was just curious. This one I autoclaved, which is completely sterile. This one I didn't, and already within 2 days, you can see that little speck in there. That's contamination. So you always gotta make sure you autoclave these things. Maybe I'll take you along for that adventure, or maybe I'll just wait and see till next time because I want to see how this turns out. Thanks for watching. Bye.